Hello to the NJIS community and welcome to the very first video address that I'm producing alongside the regular email to parents. This is the first time I've tried a video address to the community, and this video address is designed to accompany the email to parents. We'll be posting this on YouTube, so please pop a comment in YouTube underneath this video. Let us know if you find this a more useful method of communication or if just the email is enough. Please pop your thoughts in a comment under this video. Okay, so a few items to get through today. As you know, we're all back to working from home with only a skeleton crew coming into school physically on occasion where needed for signing documents and preparing activity boxes to go home for classes. All right. So, first item for today is the virtual talent show. Very important. Tomorrow morning, 8:25 for an 8:30 start. We need you to follow the link in the email and come over to my Zoom room where we will be hosting our first ever virtual talent show. We've got over 30 performances from every level of the school, and we're very excited to have you join us as well. Please make sure to log in using your real name. If we see a name trying to enter and we don't recognize that name, we're not going to be able to let you into the talent show. So please do log in using your real name on Zoom. PYP map tests are starting next week. Firstly, thank you to the MYP 12 parents who helped us with the map tests last week. This week it's the turn of the PYP students, and we just want to remind you that yes, we want you to help the students setting up their devices, logging in, making sure that they're ready for the map test, but that's where we want the help to stop, please. So if your child is looking confused with a question, I know as a parent your heart goes out and you really want to help them, but please don't. Let them figure it out for themselves. If they get it wrong, that's okay, because from the correct and incorrect answers that your child gives on this test, that will give us important information about the skills they already have mastery of and the skills that they do not yet have mastery of. And when we can identify the skills that they don't yet have mastery of, then we can create a personalized learning plan for your child. But we can only do that if we have accurate information, which means no helping them. Let them get things right, let them get things wrong, but let them do it on their own, please. Even if they look a bit sad and confused, that's okay. That's part of learning. Okay. Another very important point is channels of communication for any concerns or commendations that you have. So we'd like to remind all of you of the approach at NJIS for any concerns or any commendations that you may have as the school year progresses. We of course encourage you to first speak to the teacher with whom your concern or commendation is related to. However, if for example you've been talking or you don't feel comfortable, or there's any reason that you find it impossible to raise this with the teacher, we also have a number of school admin who you can raise a concern or a commendation to. In the PYP levels, I think by now everybody knows Miss Elsa. Miss Elsa is the PYP liaison, so for any students from preschool 2 up to PYP 5, you can speak to Miss Elsa. We also have our PYP coordinator, Mr. Ezra, for items related to curriculum or instruction. Again, for students from preschool 2 all the way up to PYP 5, you can speak to Mr. Ezra about those. Emails, the email addresses are in the whole school email that I'm sending out with this video. In the MYP level, we have a wonderful MYP coordinator, Mr. Cardenas. That's MYP 1 until MYP 5. For curriculum, instruction, behavior, or conduct concerns, you can reach out to Mr. Cardenas. And for grade 11 and 12, or for DP concerns or questions, you can speak to Mr. Warren. Again, Mr. Cardenas and Mr. Warren's email addresses are in the email that I'm sending out here. If your child is in MYP 4 or 5, but you have a question about planning for DP, planning for grade 11, 12, planning for university, you can also address that question to Mr. Warren, as he is the DP coordinator. And finally, of course, myself, I'm the head of school. For any issues mentioned that I've just mentioned, or any other questions or thoughts related to learning or instruction or student well-being, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Please note that our business office, the marketing, the finance, the admissions departments, they can't really provide feedback or useful feedback on what's happening in the classroom because that's not their area of expertise, and they themselves are not present in the classroom. So please make sure that you address any concerns to the academic leadership team, or preferably, even better, directly to the teacher. Now, if you're worried about not being able to communicate because perhaps you're worried about your English, for example, you can arrange a Zoom call with translation through Miss Yuri. So send Miss Yuri an email, and she's able to provide and set up a translated call, either between English, Bahasa Indonesia, or if your native language is Spanish to English, we can do that as well. We don't yet have a Korean English translator, so actually a quick call out to our Korean community. If any of you know of a part-time available Korean English translator in the community, please do let me know, because I'd be interested in having that available as well for any of members of our Korean community. As you all know, everyone is working to the full extent of their abilities to make this year successful for our students. Maintaining clear communication, direct communication with the teacher, and also making sure that that communication is kind, is gentle, is very important to building and maintaining a positive partnership. We know that this moment is very difficult for all of us, but maintaining that positive and clear and fair level of communication will be very helpful for maintaining the partnership, which is so important for our kids' learning. Another quick reminder, fresh faces and open minds in the morning. So it's very important to us that the students, when they come into class, that they've been awake for at least 30 minutes. We don't want them coming into class for their first period still sleepy, still half. I know for the first 30 minutes after I wake up, I'm not much good for anything. So I'm sure it's the same with our kids. I'm sure it's the same with all of us. So please make sure that when a student comes into class, they've had their shower already, they're fresh-faced, they've had a healthy breakfast, they're properly dressed and groomed. It gives them a really important psychological reminder, mental reminder that the day has really started and that they need to be ready to learn. So we thank you to all of you who've already been doing this, and we encourage you to please maintain that and please keep doing that. Finally, just on behalf of the whole NJIS faculty, I want to say a sincere thank you for your ongoing support over the first 6 weeks of this school year. I've been looking at the responses to our recent survey that you sent, and thank you to all of you who responded to that survey. And I've also been having some individual conversations with some of you as the last 6 weeks have gone on. It paints a picture for me of a school community who are very keen to return to face-to-face learning, and who are definitely really feeling the stresses of this time, but who are also committed to working alongside their children and the NJIS teachers to make the best of our current situation and to build their children's enthusiasm, their action, their agency, and making sure that they get social interaction every single day. I'm sure throughout this period of virtual learning there will be missteps, there will be the occasional disagreements along the way. But personally, I feel very grateful to be part of this NJIS community, because I can see that you're very clearly willing to put the well-being and the learning of your children first and foremost, and to build that partnership between home and school. So on behalf of everybody, I'd like to say a huge thank you. Alright, that was my first ever video address in combination with the email to parents. Please pop a comment in the YouTube below and let me know if this is something you'd like me to continue doing, or if you're just happy enough to get the emails. Please pop your input below this video. Look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow for the talent show. 8:25 to arrive in the Zoom chat using your real name, and then 8:30 on the dot we're going to be starting that, so that we're not taking too much instructional time away from the students. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you.